fight it with the Ench.
And even if you want to pick Ench, you still ban the Chen. It's like we've seen some teams ban Chen against Secret. Navi did this and then they still went on to pick the Ench.
Yep, so Secret first picking Nyx. So this is an annoying hero. It limits a lot of heroes that you can pick for your mid laner, your core player. I think this hero is very good against either of these two teams, Liquid or Secret, because both of these teams, they try to give last pick to their mid player, and he gets the most farm, and they are usually playing a hero that's really weak against Nyx. So I can see this opening working well for Secret, and the idea behind this opening.
Yeah, Nyx is not, in my mind, like the best 4 position hero, but like as far as what it does compared to the other 4, I think if you look at like Night Stalkers or Spirit, like on paper those are better heroes than Nyx, but Nyx, like you say, counters so many popular mids and it affects the draft so much. Your opponent suddenly doesn't want to pick Pugna, doesn't want to pick Necrophos.
Or you pick the hero, but you have to get BKB like earlier. That's all.
Very early AA pick.
So,
this is also, I think this is similar to Nyx. This is a hero that counters some of those popular, counters the Pugna, counters the Necro. So both teams get these heroes that are kind of preventative. Like suddenly the draft gets a lot harder to kind of transition into the heroes you want to get because you think twice. Like, do we really want a Pugna versus AA? Do we really want a Necro versus Nyx?
But it is really weak against like a Furion kind of hero. Okay, that's a Furion. Furion is really good against these two heroes. If you actually do +4 Earthshaker and +5 AA, Furion can actually bully. And if you don't have a good carry in the lane, like probably a good matchup, and a good example of a good matchup would be like a Gyro.
10 seconds remaining.
Not many carries fare very well against Nyx. That's not against Nyx and Furion together in the lane.
And that was what we saw last time. I think there was an AA pick, was Furion was instantly picked as a counter. So very
this is problematic
hero for Fata this game, and they probably banned something like a Sven even, which is one go-to heroes to play against the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, as we saw previous game as well.
Remaining.
The Mineski versus Complexity series.
However, Team Liquid has team fight going on for them in the first 2 picks, and Secret has been close to very little team fight with these 2 picks. So we might see a very different draft. Like Liquid might focus more on like team fighting, grouping up. Secret will be like wave clear, pick off, and more split farm. Splitting the map.
But they said that's something that is, is easily recognizable already in the
10 seconds remaining.
Like in these,
it's just an indication.
So you because you can still have 3 picks.
Yeah, it's just an indication that these 2 picks lean more towards that playstyle. Obviously, the 3 behind could be picked towards more team fight to actually change the direction of the lineup.
Team secrets turn to
I feel like the Brood pick is still going to be lingering on both captains' minds, something that both Ace and Matu play.
Yeah.
It's a hero that's not bothered by the Nyx. We talk about some of those other picks not being as good or effective, like the Necro Pugna. Brood is definitely fantastic in it.
10 seconds remaining.
You think this series we have a chance of seeing Matumaman's Lycan, like one of his old go-to heroes, or is that out of the question?
Not sure though.
Yeah, it's a really interesting hero. It's been kind of forgotten, but that TI was picked quite a lot.
Yeah.
Okay,
we saw a lot of that, like new.
And it's picked a lot against Night Stalker, like to deal with the Night Stalker aggression because of the harm.
And picked with summons like Nature's Prophet. I mean, for Secret it actually like makes sense as a pick, but Matu's the one who maybe.
Yeah, and they're playing against a Night Stalker. That was what was happening a lot at TI.
In theory, it's also good with the Night Stalker because of the nighttime.
So Liquid's lineup right now, they are going to. I think more likely Earthshaker, Earthshaker offlane. I mean, both of them can do. You can do both, right? Earthshaker offlane or NS offlane. But I think I'm leaning more towards Earthshaker offlane for them.
That's more something mind control. Yeah, feel more comfortable on.
And so right now they have a hero that's going to be able to give them vision to catch out the Prophet. NS is really good against Nyx and Prophet because these 2 heroes are heroes that have a split and catch speed farm play style. So vision control heroes are usually really good against heroes that want to play like that.
Maybe Team Liquid's gonna pull an Arvin.
Highly unlikely, but
there's the Brood.
I felt like it had to be picked by one team, and if Liquid didn't pick it, Secret were going to. It's just
Secret has one more pick to react.
Yeah,
I think it's like maybe it's like worse for Liquid if Liquid didn't pick the Brood and they pick and they pick something really bad against the Brood and Secret 4th pick it. Right now Secret has 1 extra pick to react to this Spider. So
But
They've
Liquid,
already
if,
picked their support hero.
if Liquid got Brooded, they were in so much trouble. AA, terrible against Brood. Shaker is, I mean, as much as people talk about Echo Slam versus Spiderlings being good, it's actually very bad here against Brood for the most part, just because of like the slow pace that to get the Blink Dagger, you just lose the early game.
And you just die at some point.
Yeah.
they're gonna need like some Timbers or like some kind of hero like Timbers or someone that can hold the lane against the Brood.
Yeah, they need a Ace hero and a mid one hero. So
Yeah.
Ace will be on something like maybe the Timbersaw you meant.
Yeah, he might need something like that.
Or he goes some unorthodox safe laner hero like safe lane Tide, something comes out.
Legion Commander is quite good against Brood Mother. And Legion Commander I think suits Ace. Like personally I think Legion suits him more compared to like something if you give him like a Tide or Underlord just to fight the Brood. I think he's more of like, he's still a carry player, so you want to give him something that is closer to his role as a player.
Oh, what a bulking there in the seat. Right.
Yeah. Everybody having some input. They're already taking into their bonus time.
The really scary thing about Brood too is it can go mid or lane. It's flexible. You see Broods often will throw a web mid, end up going safe lane. There's a lot of heroes that just get crushed by Brood mid.
I think as long as they pick like a good, like a really strong mid that won't allow the Earthshaker to go mid, I think then the Brood, that will limit the Brood's lanes, you know.
Is this a good one for that?
Yeah, I think this is good enough for that.
Sentries, yeah.
Quap is, I think you basically pretty much you can hold alright, but when the Brood gets, I think starting from level 5 onwards, if I'm not mistaken, the lane becomes really unplayable when he gets his third point in the spawn spiderlings. Then he has so much spiders and it becomes really hard.
And he'll just outfarm you.
And yeah, he's pretty much, even if he can't go toe to toe with you in the lane, he'll just farm more than you because he farms the ancients, he farms the jungle. It's not an easy lane for Quap.
It feels like the right kind of hero to pick though.
Yeah.
It's not good. I mean, you don't even know if Brood's going to be in the mid lane.
You just need to pick a solid laner first and see how things go.
Yep.
Wait for one more pick, see what they ban, and try to plan further ahead. Liquid is gonna have the last pick, so that they're gonna have another counter pick. So you have a Secret right now. You really need to think about that as well. It's not only the Brood, it's also the possible last hero, something that make it really hard. Like AM is still in the pool, you know. If they put so much focus on shutting down the Brood, what if Liquid just last picks with AM and then what? and then what? And then you're gonna be like, oh no, and you can't switch your lanes. Then it will be a really big problem. Yeah, they might. I think they might have to ban anti-mesh.
That is actually such a good ban. Ace's Meepo is.
Meepo is quite good against Brood, yeah.
Very good, yeah. Fantastic hero versus Brood. Easy to catch, good to clear spiderlings. I don't know. I mean, even 1v1, it can hold its own to someone against Brood initially. That would have been a hero that really would have pulled Secrets draft together well.
There's not many like cores that go really well against Brood left. Swan is banned, Amber's banned. They need like some AoE splash damage hero.
Timbersaw you mentioned might be one.
Timber is not even that great, you know, like because they have a lot of magic, like Earthshaker. It's okay, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's like a great pick here. It's okay, it's just okay. Yeah, this is like exactly the same thing I was talking about AM. Like Elk can be also that hero, you know, you focus on the Brood so much that they pick something like an Elk or AM, then you're pretty much, oh no, how do we stop both of them now? Let's go, Liquid. So Secret's last pick here. This is a very headache. A lot of headache here for Puppy to get this last pick right for them.
And that fourth pick after the Brood was tough. Yeah, definitely showing what Brood can do to a draft.
And maybe they were already planning it.
Do you feel like they have enough teamfight as is with the 4 heroes they have? Because that's what we started out thinking, that they were lacking that a little bit.
It's okay. Right now, it's not even to the teamfight yet. It's like the lanes is already a big problem.
It's a Timbersaw, you mentioned it.
Yeah, because there's not much options. That it's not even like that great, you know. It's like just okay-ish.
Yeah. Meepo, if I'd see Meepo, I'd be like, that is great. That works. I see Timbersaw.
So now what? AM is coming. Well, what's Miracle gonna play? Like some AM or some morphling?
AM versus Timbersaw is definitely fantastic.
Yeah, I really kind of like AM
5 seconds remaining.
I don't think it's too greedy with your lineup. I think that the other 4 heroes should be able to create enough space for them to allow AM to actually free farm.
Okay.
Good guy GH, giving his chair to Heen. It's like, alright, you're helping with the draft, Heen, take a seat. I'll stand up for you.
He's even patting his shoulder at the same time.
I mean, the other possible thing that could pick is like something like a monkey. I think Monkey is also quite good here. Gives you good lane, gives you good team fight, and he's a hero that can actually like snowball or control. They need that kind of hero.
Yeah, it depends if they want more of the late game option or the early game fighting option.
AM is like, I think, more annoying. Actually, Monkey is also annoying. AM is just like, oh, you have that timer on your head. Oh no, they have an anti-match farming. Guys, they have an AM farming. Guys, they have an AM farming. Then it might actually make you do a lot of things in a rush, and you might make more mistakes when you're playing against a lineup with a Brood and an AM.
They're really using the last second. It's a Bloodseeker.
Okay, Bloodseeker. Oh, this is actually this is even better because it actually counters. It's not so greedy, but it counters the Quab and it counters the Timber Saw.
Even lanes well against Nature's Prophet. Yeah. Maybe saying the AM would have struggled against.
Yeah, this pick is actually better.
If you AM against Nature's Prophet Nyx, you get pressure in lane. You may not farm too well, but Bloodseeker is going to be able to hold his own against.
I mean, they took their time, but I think they came up with probably the best pick they could have chosen.
So do you think that Liquid has won this draft?
Yeah, I think with the Bloodseeker pick, they have the better draft, I think.
Safe regards?
Yeah, I think the Brood just caused too many problems in the draft, and the final pick was used really well with the Bloodseeker. So
Alright.
Liquid for game 1.
Well, let's find out what our commentators have to say about that as we head into the first game of Secret vs.
10
Liquid.
seconds remaining.
Thank you very much, Steve. And indeed, we're ready here for game 1, straight coming to you from Kiev. Secret versus Liquid. The two lineups have been shown. I can't help but bring on the fact that Fog, during that whole draft, you were kind of looking at what Liquid said. You were going, this is good, this is good, this is good, and you were a little unsure about what Secret has managed to bring through. Definitely this sort of feeling that Liquid's got the upper hand off the back of the draft.
Yeah, I really like, I mean, they've got GH Shaker, their opener is very nice. You almost feel like Secret got forced into going for this Timber Saw, but they're playing versus Shaker, AA, Nightstalker, 3 of the better heroes versus Timber Saw. Bloodseeker's wild last pick. These heroes are incredibly good versus everything that Secret's got in their draft. I think it's going to be quite a tough game for the boys and Puppy. But still, we'll see how it ends up coming through. Can actually make these snowball in a way too, because you look at their draft and they've got this, these like semi-carry cores, you know, Queen of Pain, Timber Saw, Nature's Prophet, in comparison to a Broodmother and Bloodseeker. These two heroes scare way higher in comparison when you get to that later stages of the game. So yeah, definitely feeling a bit concerned for Secret, but that being said, we'll see how much Yapzor and Puppy can do in the early game, because we've seen them have very successful rotations coming out with this Bane.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to have to bring their play to the highest of levels to have a chance against Liquid with this lineup here. Game 1.
What you tend to want to be doing when you see like an Ancient Apparition is you want to ward the pull. So you make sure he can't get the just chain pull and get those levels, because AA wants to get level 6 as fast as possible. And I think you kind of know the way that they're going to be playing with this Nightstalker, the way GH was playing it the other day. He's just going to be running around, trying to get those pickoffs, bully the Nyx. We saw that exact matchup when he was playing versus Nyx last time as Nightstalker, and he was like 7-2 and 7 within the first 15 to 20 minutes. So he's just going to be, his job is just follow around Yapzor, see the rotations coming out. Same thing with Puppy's hero. Nightstalker has to just follow around the Bane and that Nyx.
Will we see any sort of certain lanes being avoided by either side? You know, obviously there's this Broodmother in the game. Is there anyone on Secret's lineup that you really don't want to have to go against that Brood in the lane?
They need they want the Timber versus Brood matchup. 100%. Yeah. They don't want to have the Queen of Pain or the Nature's Prophet versus Broodmother by any means. Who ends up getting the rune there? They actually do it. But AA rotation comes in and there's a Shadow Strike skilled, but now they're turning on Puppy, body blocks.
No, he is in a lot of trouble here with the second Void coming through for GH. They'll chase down Puppy. That'll be your first blood going to Mind Control.
Awesome move there by Kuroki, going up towards top. Completely different. They did not expect him to make that rotation. They did see them. I did think they saw the rotation with the one ward that they placed. Yeah. But still, it's like that's the first blood on the rune that you kind of don't expect, and it is leaving Bloodseeker at the not at the greatest matchup. He is versus the Nature's Prophet, so that is the best thing that's going for Secret here in that laning matchup.
Sure, and in the mid lane they do get that matchup, as you say, that they were after, getting Aces Timbersaw up against Matumaman's Broodmother in the mid. And indeed all the action potentially to be happening on that top lane. That's where the tri-lane will sit for Secret, but Liquid, of course, off that very nice start, getting Mind Control, that extra bit of gold to kick off in this lane. He's got that Mango, give that boost towards getting that Soul Ring, and then he can certainly start to put on the pressure with the Fisher spam.
I do think this is actually like the perfect lanes that Secret has. All 3 of them are exactly what they wanted, and that's what they need in this game. They really need to get the snowball factor coming out of the laning phase. Timber Saw versus Brood, you can't bully the Timber whatsoever as a Brood. Same thing with Nature's Prophet. We'll probably see the rotations coming out. GH already makes the move bottom to start helping out Bloodseeker because it's just not a favorable matchup by any means.
No, absolutely not. They need to have that backup there for Miracle, and we see GH able to do quite a bit of damage to Fada.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward right now for Liquid. They're just already having to do some lane adjustments in a way. You see AA moving down toward bottom, and Yapzor makes the rotation to follow both of them to keep that Nature's Prophet a little bit safe so he can actually lane there without having risk of dying. So yeah, Secret, this is definitely exactly what they want. Although they gave that first blood, I still think it's not that big of a deal with the matchups that they have going on here.
See in the river.
Ace from the top.
Mind control, level 2. It will pick it up and send himself straight back to the top lane. That mid lane, as you say, the Timber already, of course, going to have a very nice time in the 1v1, and also will not be too fussed about rotations coming in. Maybe once the nighttime kicks in and GH has got a couple of levels, it could get a little scarier, but for now, Ace is going to have the freest of times here, and we're seeing that 19 for 3. Matuma Man, though, not being kept behind, keeping on par pretty well indeed.
Rotation coming out, probably just setting experience for that level 2, it seemed. But yeah, they need to, in order to kill this Timber Saw, they're going to need heavy rotations. They're going to need AA, they're going to need probably the Shaker as well, on top of the Brood Nuke. It's going to be a heavy committal for them to actually go for that. Pretty important here is that the Kuroki actually found the D-Ward, so he's able to get those pulls off, and they're able to get the equilibrium going at least in that bottom lane. Because you do see, both of them are just suffering. The Nature's Prophet and the Bloodseeker, they're both trying their best to kind of harass each other and do what they can, but they're missing a bit of CS, of course, because of that.
The harassment trade, very heavy indeed, down on that bottom lane.
So it's pretty important to have some kind of heroes, and that's why I like a little bit what Secret had, is being able to invade those Ancients on that Broodmother, because we've been seeing that over and over again as Brood. Sure, you may not crush your lane some of these times because you don't get a favorable matchup, but at one point, you just get you get your level 7, you get your level 8, you get if you want to go for that medallion build, you go to those Ancients and you just absolutely snowball in levels like crazy. And they've got the Queen of Pain, they've got the Nature's Prophet to be able to do that as well.
Smoke to be picked up by Puppy, bottom lane. Yapzor and Fada closing in on Miracle. They will find the stun through the tree line. Miracle will continue to run, does have Kuroki in the neighborhood, and with a nice bit of juking and a cut down of the tree, he'll be okay.
So they're already actually making the adjustment. Broodmother is jungling, and they give Nightstalker the mid lane so that he can have some good levels coming out.
I mean, and is this sort of movement something that Secret can punish, or are Liquid doing this knowing that there's not really much that Secret could do about this Brood?
I think it's
going
just
to the jungle early.
I think it's just small, quick rotations. They're not going to just keep the Brood jungle because you clear those camps so quickly. Just okay, I'm going to jungle 2 camps, GH take the mid lane for that one creep wave, switch it back up over and over again, just to make sure that Nightstalker doesn't get under-leveled. GH goes for the first smoke rotation, but unable to find anything with it. And this is a Queen of Pain full free farming top in that lane because Earthshaker doesn't want to contest, so Mind Control has been exclusively jungling as far as I've seen so far. And it gives a lot of liberty to these supports on the side of Secret. I think that we do see them smoked up right now, making their move toward the mid lane. They're getting wards as well. This is really cool. They put the ward down to make sure they can see the Ancients, but not in a normal spot.
No,
so it's not going to get de-warded.
Yeah.
But this is a top gank. And they commit the sentry as well to block the Ancient as well once he starts clearing it. So they're already starting to make those adjustments to make sure that they don't let the Brood go out of control. They even warded the other Ancients, so they are very aware of how to play versus Broodmother, of course, because Ace is a Broodmother spammer.
Mind Control
should be fine, pretty deep. There's a shrine there as well.
And we'll force out at least a TP from GH. Now he cancels it, realizes that his Shaker is not in trouble, and he can indeed remain in that mid lane, continue to soak up the experience, try and find himself towards the level 3 on the Night Stalker.
Look at Ace, 51 CS. Some of them are Spiderlings, but still doing an excellent job right now at that moment.
Top lane, Secret still in the neighborhood. Maybe seeing if they can get this long wraparound behind the tier 1 onto Mind Control.
Queen of Pain is level 6, so they do have the damage burst with a full Veil already completed as well.
I love that as well. Even no boots, just rushing the Veil. It's
early, I mean 6 minutes in.
6 minute Veil, that's got to be one of the fastest Veils we've seen in competitive.
Radiant Scan comes out, actually catches them rotating on mind control. He could still be in some trouble here.
Can he play his way out of it? He's going to need some backup. Does get the Fisher onto both mid 1 and Puppy. Now looking for the Jukes. Are there any TPs coming through? Doesn't look like it.
Is on cooldown still.
The stun's going to miss though onto mind control. He is going to be chased down for this one, but it's certainly taking Secret a little more time than maybe they hoped for. Fada's going to have to come in to help out. In fact, mind control, maybe see if he can get the deny off with the neutrals. It's not going to be the case. Mid 1 will find the kill, but mind control certainly making Secret use a fair few of their resources and time to get that kill.
Yep, well done. The heavy rotation coming mid lane. This could be where they go for the ace. Timbersaw. It's very tanky though.
Yeah, as you can see already. But it's not enough.
Miracle even comes in too.
Too much magical with the Blood Rage.
Is that all 5? Still leaves 4 of them.
Yeah, mind control and GH were there as well, but they start to chase up the Absol and Puppy back towards the shrine. We'll be fine.
That's how they have to deal with it. They want to. I think they might even just start every time that Rupture's up. They're just going to bring him toward that Timbersaw, because that's the. I mean, that's the dream matchup. Bloodseeker versus Timbersaw is very, very tough at all stages of the game for the Timber. Yeah,
a really cute interaction as well with the Rupture and the Cold Feet. It's sort of that mindset of do I stay here and take no damage but get frozen, or do I accept the fate of the damage and maybe have a chance to get up? Very tricky to play around, especially at this sort of early stage of the game.
GH in some trouble here. Ace
should have a pretty straightforward combo to lay down after the Nightmare. GH, though, able to get himself over the tree line. In fact, with the Fisher from mind control, GH will be fine for now.
Puppy gets annihilated.
Oh, the spiders come out. You've got to be so careful on these supports, how you come in onto the high ground and into these lanes, as this spider army will just tear apart a Bane at this stage of the game.
They're going to find out that their Ancients are warded in a moment. Matu's probably going to go over there and bake. Wait a minute. But yep. Even though we see that Timbersaw versus Broodmother matchup, this is what ends up happening. Brood just goes to the jungle,
neutrals,
and he's going to have a Desolator if he wants to have pretty much now. Yeah, he actually is about to be finishing. Scouts out the Ancients, knows they're blocked, pings them out, but continues to jungle anyway. It doesn't matter too much for him.
Absolutely crazy. Bottom lane Miracle. 3.1k net worth still. Looking pretty good for mid 1 on that Queen of Pain.
Yeah, he's very
second highest on the net worth. I'm looking to see what sort of movements he can make. He does have that Sonic Wave, and he is now heading down towards the mid lane, but I think... Yeah, okay, no, sorry, there's the Treant sweeping over. Puppy. She's going to go for an opening here with the Nightmare onto Batuma Man.
Too hard versus Brood. He just wakes himself up.
Yeah, not nearly enough control.
But now they're going to know that there's probably a ward there as well, so they're going to probably start getting some understanding that Secret's focusing a lot on that Brood and those Ancients, and this is what the panel was talking about. Is you're playing versus Brood, it's always in your mind. You're like, Brood, 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 Brood. So it gives space to those other heroes to kind of catch back up. And Mind Control struggled a bit, but now the Queen of Pain rotating out of that top lane, MC has just parked himself top, and he's going to be able to get a good amount of farm and levels up here as the Shaker.
Thought I would try and pull him out, but indeed, as you say, especially now being 6, he has to be careful. Bottom lane!
Rupture.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yep, just got to be careful how he comes out. Did obviously want to try and soak up some of that XP, find himself to level 6, but it's a scary lane to poke his head into mid lane. Batuma Man coming across. Has that Deso ready to go. Silence straight up onto mid 1, and that's the co-op down. Ace will try and cut through them all. Does it the Chakram. Bring him control down. Okie dokie. Ace does get the double. Will go down. But definitely nice little play there from the Timbersaw to bring some down with him. And of course we talk about the many strengths that Liquid do have against the Timber, but at the same time, there's a couple of these melee cores and such. There's a lot of damage potential that Ace can get down and out.
The thing is, it's an even trade, but I think Liquid benefits more on that because 2 cores die from both sides, but the supports on the side of Liquid were there. And now GH is already almost level 6. Same thing with Kuroki. Actually, Kuro is already 6 now on this AA.
Secret, ready to chase for some action. Looking for GH. He's trying to juke it out across the tree line, but they will chase. Infused Raindrop, buying him some time. The Spider's coming in looking for the deny. Oh, he gets him, Matumba Man.
The Raindrop and the 10 stick charges pushes him over. Just enough HP to survive there.
Matumba Man seems to just go out of control this game. This is, we've seen it so many times, these Broodmother or anti-mage picks that come in the draft at the right place at the right time, and they become so hard to deal with.
Imagine playing Nyx or Bane versus this right now. If he just focuses on you for 2 seconds, you're dead. And with now Nick, Night Stalker level 6, AA level 6, it's about to be nighttime soon. He might even just park the darkness right now in a second so that it goes, you know, you get your darkness and then it goes straight into nighttime right afterwards. There we go. So he's got that perfect timing going for it.
There we go. Nice blast. Down to the bottom, trying to slow it down, but Secret will of course finish that tier 1. GH coming in for a bit of a poke on to mid 1. Does have to be careful with Secret having 4 their members down on that bottom lane.
Liquid knew this rotation was coming from earlier though. They accepted that that bottom tower was going to die about a minute ago because we saw Miracle TP top and just go up there and just be like, whatever, you know, bottom's dead. They're going to definitely emphasize on pressuring that lane with their heroes because you want to get into the enemy jungle when you're playing versus a Broodmother. So level 10 hit, Broodmother gets the XP gain talent, and this is where he's going to start skyrocketing a bit in levels, but the same goes for the Timbersaw.
We're going to look to try and stop the tier 2 push. Liquid is
Fata
control.
Has to be careful here. He spots out my control though with some nice tree and micro.
They do have Ace and Puppy here. I mean, Secret may try and fight back if they find the opportunity. Nightmare onto the Night Stalker to set up. It's a lot of burst, especially with a beautifully timed Nature's Wrath. That will be 1 down. Secret can maintain the hold down there. Top lane Miracle going in, and now it was a bit of a bait. Yapzor looking to the setup for the rest of his teams to come through. Fudder's there. Sonic Wave from mid 1. They will lose the tower, but they do punish Miracle for it. Mid lane though, Summerman with that very quick and easy push forces out the fortification. At Deso, Broodmother making short work of the towers. Will be up for now. Secret should be able to get the deny.
Secret definitely doing what they need to do in this game though. They need to keep this up, keep this aggression going so that Liquid can't keep this, get the catch up going, but we do see Miracle did go for the Midas build. He's understanding like Broodmother's going to make a lot of space for him, so he wants to be able to get that extra farm going, extra levels, and become that monster. Because all they need to do really is Liquid is, you know, they need to get to the late game. As long as they're not at a huge detriment, their heroes match up incredibly well versus Secret's cores.
6 to 5, 30 minutes in. I mean, just a slight lead for Liquid. Secret doing very well in the sense of keeping up in the network. So they need to, as you say, make so much happen at this stage.
Yeah.
Before it does get too late. We've got to see mid-1 continue to just consistently find opportunities to use that Sonic Wave like he just did. You know, it's a great rotation up top to shut down Miracle. They do have to keep that up.
They have to commit like heavy ultimates in order to go for those kind of kills. Ace is enormous though right now. Bloodstone's finished up, level 12 already.
All things said and done, still very, very close here off the back of the laning stage.
Yep.
Exactly what we'd hope from these two teams, Secret, Liquid. Lane.
Mid 1 almost gets brought down. That was one more hit maybe from the Broodmother with those spider links and could have been mid 1's death there. The damage, look at this, 73 plus 150 already on the Brood. Plus that minus armor, it's absurd.
And with the thing is as well, of course, isn't it? With that Mask of Madness, there's now even the chance to maybe Liberation. Nice play with the Spike Carapace from Yapzor. Very nicely done.
Every single time they have Wrath of Nature, they're trying to set up those ganks with that extra burst damage.
It's really nice to see.
Yeah, the Carapace, while you're vendetted, being able to hit that blood right.
Top lane. Seeing Puppies start to head over. Doesn't have the Fiend's Grip available yet, but does make sure that there's the space for Fada to push in, take that tier 1 tower.
It's really nice too that Secret made that move. It's still nighttime and they were adamant on getting that aggressive move, and we can see Liquid is definitely on the back foot still a bit here, looking at just their ward vision. They're playing their completely defensive wards. The life of support versus Broodmother.
Yep, that's gonna happen.
Sorry, puppy.
That is gonna happen a few times.
Now the timing though. My control has blink, so this is where they're probably gonna look to start ticking down those Bloodstone
Look
charges.
at this! Oh, mid-1 jumping forward that just strikes in straight away onto Kuro. Miracle again, the Blood Right triggering the Spike Carapace.
Oh, his Midas is up too.
In trouble. Oh no, that's efficiency loss. Oh, the Chakram is going to be off the mark. Is he actually going to get himself out of there? No, the stun from Yap catches him out. It also grabs mind control. They're not only losing 2 here, Liquid, they're going to lose 3. Secret chase them down, take them off 1 by 1.
That was awkward. My control had blink. I think he wanted to go for the deny there, and he kind of just like walked up a little bit too close and got clipped by that stun. It was a slight mistake there coming out from Liquid, but Secret heavily capitalizing on it. And this, we're talking about it. Secret needs to do this in the lane. They need to snowball with their heroes.
16 minutes in, and they're starting to waltz up to the high ground with the Treant. The Ice Blast to start try a little bit of a deep push, but... And again, we're seeing Yapzor playing it very smartly this game. Every single time Miracle tries to farm or push out a wave with the Blood Right, bam, it hits him straight in the face. And he is instantly caught out. Some very strong Nyx Assassin play. Not that we'd expect anything less, of course, from Yapzor.
Yeah, great pressure plays, though. All that aggression done by Secret now was during nighttime. Very important that they don't let Liquid capitalize on that vision advantage you get from darkness. Bottom again.
Again. The same combo with the Nature's Wrath. Miracle, he will survive, but you're seeing how much damage this man takes.
Everyone from Liquid's coming down, though.
They're looking for the cutoff, seeing what they can get in return. They do find mid one. Ace will be successful with the TP out, but this time Liquid able to punish Secret.
Yeah, Echo committal to bring him down there.
Yeah, certainly worth it for that quad kill. Tumba.
Courier.
Oh, he's looking for it.
So close. He didn't have that secondary web, so his Spiderlings lost movement speed for a moment, but now...
in the river.
Oh, Puppy.
Mind control.
I think this is just going to be the life of a Bane in this type of game. You're playing versus Night Stalker, you're playing versus Broodmother, it's super difficult. And this is them trying to go for Roche, but pretty difficult versus Timber.
Losing a couple of spiders there as well. Yapzor. That's the Vendetta, maybe seeing if you can get some sort of intel for the side. They'll have mid one back up in 5 seconds, and he does have Sonic Wave available, so Secret will be able to deter Liquid away from the pit. They're smoked up. They're ready to try and punish. Puppy still yet with the level 6. The Yamps are level 10, looking for the setup stun. Beautiful combo here as they come in onto Matuma, cutting him down around the Ancients. Bam, he's gone. The Fisher, not enough to hold them back. Secret, they're ready to look for more. Fada's got the Orchid picked up. Ace closes the gap onto the Shaker. Secret quick to pick up 2.
If they can try to take the Roche from Liquid, that would be massive this game.
I mean, I guess they've got the Nature's Prophet. They could do it relatively safely. Speed isn't as great as that, of course, the Liquid's lineup. But they have got a full 30 seconds without Matuma because of how leveled he was.
Uh-oh, GH as well now.
He tried to come round looking for the vision, but again, Fada TPing into position.
Secret's playing this so damn well. Puppy's eating all of the ganks. He's just dying. He's like, whatever. I don't really mind this. Yapzor is absolutely crushing it on this Nyx Assassin right now, showing up at every gank. Rare though, Liquid doesn't really have like the sentries placed to be defending their heroes, and they're unable to respond properly. GH having a bit of a rough one on this Night Stalker so far.
And super safe play as well from Secret. They realize they can't realistically go for Roshan, especially as they went for that sort of pull-off to get the GH kill. So maybe that sort of works as well for Liquid. You know, GH with that play does stop Secret from getting the Roshan potentially.
It's still scary, like with their lineup. Like you said, they don't really have those physical damage dealers. They don't have those like straight up right clickers, anything like that. They don't have Medallion. They're still suffering a bit, but Yapzor getting closer and closer to Blink. 300 gold or 350 gold away from it.
Very impressive indeed. Position point again. Scouting out the Roshan. Seeing Liquid group up.
Having all these tier 1s and all this pressure coming out from Secret also guards the Roche from Liquid being able to take it.
Here we go, nighttime is out. Matuma Man on
Scan
the front.
catches them.
Unlikely that Secret get caught out by this. Ace on the front lines.
Sitting at what, 18 Bloodstone charges already. Ace having absolute spectacular game so far in this Timbersaw.
Let's see what Liquid can do. They need the perfect jump really from Mind Control to kick things off. He has got the Fisher. They'll look to jump in straight away. The Nightmare buying some time here for mid-1. Is it enough to keep him alive? It's not. Ice Blast comes in from Kuro. He's down. Puppy finds the Fiend Script from the sidelines. Does get the kill onto the Shaker, but Puppy will be punished. He gets surrounded by Miracle and GH. It's a 2-for-1, but Ace is not done. Looks for the Chakram cut off onto Miracle. Can't quite find the connection. Miracle getting a good amount of speed. Will now start to wear off. Members of Secret have been dead a little too long. Miracle can no longer rely on that passive to boost him, and he is being chased by Ace. Fada with the cutoff, jumps up to the high ground with the teleport, has to TP away, stuns from the Yapzor, catches 3, buys the time for Fada to escape. Miracle keeps himself alive with the Shrine. Ace trying desperately to finish off this Bloodseeker, but the Spider's coming in, and it's big, bad, and scary. Ace out of mana, out of luck as well. The Blood Right, it will connect. He's been surrounded by the Ancients.
Oh my God.
He's been taken down as well. And despite some impressive plays from Secret, the fight around the Shrine gets a little too close for comfort. Liquid with the perfect ability to turn things around, and they get those big kills as well. Finding Ace at the end of it, perfect control with the crippling fear into Blood Right.
The Shrine was the clutchest thing that could ever happen right there.
Changed everything.
Yeah, Miracle just gets a little bit extra speed from him getting from the 2 heroes falling low, the Nature's Prophet and the Nyx Assassin, able to juke around the trees a bit from that Timber Saw. And yeah, Shrine comes up, Mind Control respawns, they get the nice silence coming out, and Matu is getting very scary. Already level 18 now on this Brood Mother, and we saw the damage he did in that last fight.
Really did.
Well over 3,000.
Yeah, BKB and Desolator is more than enough for him to go for in mid lane, mid one. He's been ruptured. He does blink, does manage to get the blink, so he doesn't take any rupture damage at all. Yapzor with the stun. It's not going to be enough, surely. No, he still goes down. Ice Blast flies across, but they have killed off Matumbaman's Secret. Look at the trade in return. Miracle is laying down the blood right, making sure that Secret don't immediately chase for more. So just a 1-for-1. 2 big heroes going down. Things will settle once again.
So yeah, even under the pressure there, mid one, it doesn't take the blink rupture damage. He does the quick step, so you get the blink, and you're not able to take it. That was really good discipline, even though he's getting pressured so hard and almost dying.
We see the kill participation there. Puppey, of course, only on 31% because bless him, he pretty much dies at the start of every fight.
He's tanking a lot of ganks.
He's tanking the ganks.
Sure is.
The job of the Bane.
Look at his. This is the Puppey build right here.
Oh, get that buckler.
The casual buckler. They need the medallion. We mentioned it for them to take the Roshan, so he'll be able to get that soon.
Here we go.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
On the scout. BKB is coming out for Liquid. It's only going to make things a lot harder.
They're pressuring bottom tower though right now, pretty heavily.
Oh, look at these jump calls from Yapzor. Doesn't find the stun though. Mind Control getting the chance to drop the Echo Slam, hold Ace back. Now, Rupture down onto the Timber Saw. This Ice Blast as well could do a lot of work from Kuro. Comes in for Nightmare on Ace, allows him to dodge the blast damage, but the passover's still there, so Ace will fall. Puppey tries for a very ambitious Fiend's Grip, but he'll instantly get cut down as Miracle finds the double kill. Secret getting a little too ahead of themselves. They're trying to break that high ground. And you saw Ace there diving straight in. Yapzor went for a very bold blink and did not connect with the stun, and instantly those sort of slip-ups are always going to be heavily punished by a team of such caliber that Liquid is.
Yeah, he's landed every single one pretty much this game except for that one moment. That's the one that's in the base, and that one really matters because now they get so many big trade kills coming out.
So
and that's 2 deaths back-to-back now on the Timber Saw, so his Bloodstone charges are starting to whittle down.
Yeah.
They can't be making these mistakes either. We mentioned that this is the kind of draft that they need to snowball quite heavily. Kura, he's in trouble.
Spawn him out, has got the tree working with him, and again, bam, further.
That's a gem.
Oh, it is.
Yapzor just got a gem right off the bat. I think he just bought it as well.
Jackpot.
That's absolutely the dream. Kuro is probably pretty pissed off.
I think he is. Kuroku, no gem. BKB finished from Matumbaman now as well, so both of them a Miracle. Feeling a lot more confident. Those, having a BKB on the Brood would have changed a lot of things in those last 2 fights where he has been heading in head first with the Deso Mask of Madness. And
he's got the perfect timing coming out. He's about to be level 20 on top of that BKB Mask of Madness Deso timing, and that's where he just goes rampant in the team fights. Nobody can stand toe-to-toe with him. Oh, unless they Fiend's Grip him, of course, but it's going to be quite tough.
It's such a hard game to be. I mean, especially with the Brood, he's going to get the spiders straight on you. And Puppey still, even with the classic buckler, very susceptible to being taken out by a lot of these spells that Liquid are throwing out in the team fight. Mid lane, Yapzor keeping eyes on Matumbaman. They do have the vision down with the wards. Matumbaman will head himself away. Unbeknownst to himself, will keep himself on the safe side of the river here.
Did they
away from that sentry.
I guess they put the gem at base. Yapzor's not holding it anymore either. So. Okay, Ace is holding it. Just kidding.
Okay. Lane, for the jump in, looking to try and burst down Matumbaman, but he does have that BKB, gets it for the Fiend's Grip, Mind Control, in with the cancel onto base, and the Ice Blast as well, it's not even needed. Ace will get the deny.
And that gem gets grabbed back up so quickly.
But again, his Bloodstone charge is lost as well.
Yeah,
Liquid, they're not done, they jump up by the shrine, they catch themselves a third, Yapzor. Still hanging around up on the high ground, Fada trying to force them back, but a bit of split push, but Miracle quick to turn up to the bottom lane. And the Blood Bright, heavy amounts of deep push.
They know when they get on this type of aggressive movement, it's very hard for Secret to react because they have a Nature's Prophet, and this Roshan's gonna die so fast, of course, with that medallion, with that Deso and level 20 Brood. He just online.
Pass the gem over to Mind Control by the looks of it. They are losing that top tier 2 to the creeps.
Liquid got a lot of, not only a lot of kills there and momentum swing, but they got a lot of map control. We see the 3 aggressive wards placed by Kuroki in the enemy jungle as well as the enemy mid laner, so they can see those rotations coming from very far away. they're hoping that they can see exactly wherever the Nyx vendettas and try to like follow his movements along the line.
Shadowblade nearly done as well for mind control. About 400 gold, and that will be there for the Shaker.
That's where Fada's life becomes a lot harder.
Oh.
Radiant are scanning.
Death and gold are linked.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Flesh sustains, gold remains. Haste! Nice silence. I thought
I'd hunt you down again if I could.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
alive.
Jump, jump!
United.
worthy tribute. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The wages of fear.
Damage. Radiant are scanning.
And good are linked.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.